Hello, everyone. So, last night, before last night was this night, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Probably about 3 hours before I had to get up for class. And then I gotta go to work tomorrow, of course. But last night, I could not sleep. I started to meditate. Then I started to sit up and think. Tried to sleep. And then I meditated again, and then started to think. And then I sat on my meditation cushion and reviewed many memories throughout my life. My time in school, different relationships I had, my different endeavors, both artistic and spiritual, the jobs that I've had, who I've been and who I've become. And something hit me like a hammer. I realized that the person I was dreaming about myself being was not the person I was bringing into existence, was not the person that I was working my way into being. It was almost like for years I've been walking through a skyscraper, and there's an entire side of the skyscraper with all these windows that have been clouded. And I was always dreaming, looking to the past, seeing myself as how I wanted to see myself, who I am and where I'm going. But the path to that person that I want to become was on one side of the skyscraper, and all these windows had become cloudy and dark. So last night I started to, in essence, uncloud these windows, start to see where I am, who I am, and am I going where I want to be? Am I becoming the person that I want to be? I started to go through all these mirrors and get rid of all the fog of the actuality of my existence, rather than how I would like it to be, that I've been telling myself that it is through assumption and through a little bit of a dream within a dream. We're already kind of in a dream in reality, but I realized I was within a dream within a dream. And I had yet to wake up even within this dream, to really look at myself and see who I was and how it didn't correlate with the story that I told myself of who I was and where I'm going and how I'm getting there, especially how I'm getting there. It's so tempting to run from certain thoughts and certain realizations about yourself, to go back to old modes of thinking, to go back to, I forfeit the game, or I just need to go back to the same routine in order to find my way forward, rather than really looking at the routine an individual has, in this case ourselves. And it was a strange sensation, because at first it was scary. And then I realized that I'm too brave to be the person I was before and not look at who I am and where I'm going and how I'm getting there, especially how I'm getting there. I realized with a certain sense of feeling older that I'm too old to go through the same, excuses for myself, or oh, I'm just, this is all I can do. I realized that I could do so much more with Hunter while I'm Hunter, this person. And it was from kind of like a macrocosmic point of view, looking at myself from very far away and still feeling that that's myself, but seeing it from a point of view that not necessarily others see me through, but where is what I'm doing going? Is it leading to who I'm trying to be? It's an interesting sensation to start to realize that all the stories you tell yourself about yourself had certain qualifications, had certain omissions, had certain assumptions of being, rather than actually trying to become that person you're trying to be, a better person, an improved version of yourself. It was a long line of reasoning, and it was a combination of meditation and thinking, and meditation and thinking. And something hit me that I've been wasting a lot of time. I recently stopped drinking, at least nearly as much as I did. I realized for years I've been numbing myself to the truth. And sometimes we don't just numb ourselves through alcohol or cigarettes or drugs or anything like that. Sometimes we numb ourselves by going back to old modes of thinking that we can't do this or that because we have these limitations that we've always assumed were there. No matter who you are, you probably have some of those. And at the same time, it's funny. I remembered, this was a while back, but I remember thinking about my one of my cats and thinking, man, she just seems to be really focused on treats, and that seems to be like one of the biggest things in her life. And she's so limited, and then I thought to myself, how much do I expect of this cat? And why do I expect this much of this cat, or more? I started to think about it, and I kind of realized that human beings are like that as well, but not necessarily when we're thinking about ourselves. We expect others to be a mirror of what we'd like to see in the world, and when it doesn't quite occur, and we don't realize it's a projection of our own inadequacies, then it makes us sad. We see the world as negative, as lacking. When in reality, a lot of the time, it's either our understanding or our own feeling of lacking within ourselves that we're projecting on the world. Because when we don't meet our own standards, we're more likely to judge the world for not meeting those standards. We're likely to cloud that side of the skyscraper with all those windows, with everything that we expect of ourselves, with that same detritus that we expect from others, but that just clouds our vision. Most certainly the vision of ourselves. I think that we're making changes in our lives, no matter what we want to do, no matter who we are. I think it's good to make little step-by-step plans. Just take your life at little chunk by little chunk. What am I good at? What have I done? What are my qualifications if I want to get a job? Do I want to get a job what kind of job do I want to get? Are the qualifications I have leading to a job that I want to get? Is my schooling going in a direction that I think will help me be the person that I envision myself as being? What do I really want in life? Because most people think that they know what they want in life, but when they get it, then it's dissatisfying. Because the story of what we tell ourselves that we want in life, once that dream kind of ends in getting it, and we're not satisfied, we either realize self-satisfaction is within and we have to work all that out, or we continue to chase a better version of our story, not really understanding that the story has always been within. When I started to look back at my life, review all my memories and all, my school time, my time with friends and relationships and work, it was slowed. It was almost like I always thought I was going faster than I was. And there was always something holding me back. And I think it was how I conceived of myself. And the stories that I told myself to make me feel better. Now, originally I ran from that idea. But then this old tired feeling of, we've gone past that. We can't lie to ourselves anymore. It's not possible. If we do, what are we going to get? We're not going to get anything. We're not going to be anybody better than we were or be the person that we want to be. Looking at oneself and one's life and one's surroundings and who one has been, usually we've been focused on the smallest, most stupid things that we think that if we made better, then other people would like us better. Or maybe we'd get farther. But usually that was our own insecurity rather than what other people really care about or what will actually get us further. I think it does take a certain amount of bravery to look at yourself for who you are, what you've been, and where you're going, and where you'll be in 10 years, 20 years. Will you have a jumping off point in your life from where you are? And if you don't have that jumping off point for your future self, do your future self a favor and create a jumping off point so that your future moments won't be so much a fall or lessening of experience, but a greater experience. I think we also create a jumping off point for ourselves if we don't have one. Otherwise, we're doing our future self a disfavor. And we often use our past self's excuses or assumption of what we will do, or what we can't do. We get stuck in a self-conception that is completely confined to our conception of our past self. And that allows us to not grow. That doesn't allow us to grow. It creates a stifling effect. And we don't move forward. And we create a habit of being who we were that will almost assure that our future moments will be the same as our past moments. So we must become more. We must create a jumping off point for ourselves, whoever we want to be, so that our future self can fly. Anyway, this has just been a late night rant. I hope this was interesting. I hope this helped. I hope this made you think. These have been quite a bit of my thoughts from last night. No, not all of them, but quite a few. At any rate, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up down there. It helps out the channel. If you want to comment your own experiences or your own, commentary on what I said, feel free to do so in the comment section below on YouTube. I love all of you. I hope all of you do well. And most importantly, create a jumping off point for yourself. Spiritually, emotionally, career, school, whatever. Whatever it is. Create an opportunity for yourself now so that your future self will thank who you are now and will be better and greater for it. Thank you very much, and all of you have a wonderful day.